2023 is already shaping up to be such a good year, but we really haven't heard anything about Planet Zoo yet. Planet Zoo news has honestly really stagnated, and apart from the very often quiz that they might have on Twitter, we're not really getting too much news. So, let's do what I like to do best in these times of, lulls, and kind of speculate. So, welcome everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the meta wish list. Well, really the meta wish list, we'll get into that in a little bit. And just kind of talk about what animals we can be expecting out of Frontier this year. So, we should probably talk about why there are two meta wish lists. It's been oftentimes met with criticism that what Random Goat's meta wish list is. It's very much a remnant of the past. We still have a ton of animals on there that would otherwise be already filled out niches. I'm thinking, for example, the Largibbon is a big one right over there. And I'm thinking of like other animals that we might have gotten in here that really kind of fit the other niche, like the African leopard is at number 46. I really don't think that would be the case nowadays. Because of that, our good friend Susie Sky actually started a new meta wish list where you're able to put up to 50 animals, anywhere from 10 to 50, whether you only want 10 priority animals to get into Planet Zoo, or if you just want to throw in a list of 50, you're more than happy to add that. And I'll link that down below, as well as Random Goats, because it's still tried and true. But let's kind of talk about this. So the meta wish list is a community-run wish list, if that makes sense. Obviously it does. Of a whole bunch of different animals that the community at large really wants. So it kind of ranks all the animals all together. Number one on the list is the Tasmanian Devil. I think we are all pretty much gunning for this very fun marsupial to make it into the game. And ever since Twilight Pack, we've really wanted it. Especially considering the fact that Twilight Pack should have been the pack that it came in, but it's neither here nor there. There's a whole bunch of other animals on here. I'm going to do my best to get like a top 25 image on the screen over here, so you'll probably already be looking at it by this point. But we have a lot of very interesting animals over here, ranging all the way from monotremes and marsupials like echidnas and Tasmanian devils to porcupines to even relatively normal animals like red river hogs. Even one over here that I'm surprised is so high is the North American black bear. Personally, I don't really agree with that. I'm sure we could kind of have like our own video where we go in depth about like what I agree with on this list and what I don't agree with, but looking at this list at large, it's very obvious that there are some certain trends that are starting to arise, and we can kind of predict the future of Planet Zoo because of this. Now, there's a lot of island species on here, and I really would be remiss if Frontier were not planning an islands pack. There's so much biodiversity found in New Zealand, in Madagascar, in the Caribbean, and just generally all over. Oceania, huge. It's pretty much all islands over there. That really is so lacking in animals that I feel like we could really do with a lot of them. North Island brown kiwi comes to mind, but I'm also thinking of some animals that you really wouldn't think of as quote-unquote islands. The walrus is one that is relatively popular in islands packs, and I kind of get it. It really doesn't fit any other vibe in the other packs that people are talking about. Really doesn't fit in highlands. It really doesn't fit in pretty much anything else. So honestly, I would not be upset if the walrus were to come in an islands pack. I really don't think it would fit the vibe, but honestly, I'd be fine with it, I guess. I'm kind of thinking of the aquatic pack of how we both had like a tropical theme and a very glacier theme, so I feel like that would honestly make a lot of sense. But moving on from there, I'm also thinking about rainforest when I look at this list. I'm looking at animals like the red river hog, the two-toed sloth, coatis. I'm looking at the black howler monkey, the fossa, even though that would honestly fit the island pack a lot better. But shoebills, I'm thinking of like even the spectacled bear. It's kind of teeter-tottering because that could easily be either rainforest or highlands, and we'll get to that in a little bit, but that's just very interesting right over there. And speaking of highlands, we should probably talk about that one as well. But essentially this would be kind of like, the Central Asia expansion with a whole bunch of other animals. So I'm really thinking of animals that are on the meta wish list, like the muskox, the takin, the markhor, and even the spectacled bear could fit in there. Even some animals that really aren't towards the top, And I'm really honestly thinking about, like, the palace cat could be a really wonderful addition over here as well. Very charismatic and very important to zoos, which I'm very much on board with. But that's really my thoughts on there. What we should probably talk about, however, is the future of birds in Planet Zoo. I like to always touch upon this and give you guys what I think is going to happen. Usually, I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, the YouTubers, oh my gosh, they're going to say it's going to happen, oh my gosh, they're going to say it's not going to happen. I'm very confident that birds are going to come to Planet Zoo. I really don't think that the developers are really going to shaft us like that. As we all know, may I just say that the development team of Planet Zoo is incredible. Like, the development team that we have all on Twitter. You guys could go follow them. Some of them follow me. I don't know why, because all I do is shitpost, but it's just a really incredible look into the people who actually make the game. And honestly, that's just me shilling for them a little bit, but please go check them out. Really awesome team over there. But I really don't think that they would be like, these people don't deserve birds. Because let's look at the writing on the wall. Not everyone likes them, but the bats and the butterflies, both extremely good systems, might I add. Maybe not to you, but for me, for my purposes of just placing down animals and getting them to move, I'm more than happy with it. I don't need them to go free flying. Maybe if there were to be a Planet Zoo 2, like at least 10 years in the future, Frontier, please, we don't want it that quickly. Maybe if there were a Planet Zoo 2, I'd be very open to them actually incorporating free flying mechanics, kind of like how they have in JWE2. But I'm honestly fine with the semi-looped animations. I think it works, especially for birds. Especially for animals that would just relatively be perched and maybe fly from point A to point B. I think it's more than fine. So I really do think that they're shaping up to add birds relatively soon in Planet Zoo. Now, will we be getting any more exhibit animals in the likes of, the 4x4 box? I really don't know. I feel like with the last two DLCs, Frontier is kind of being like, okay, we gave them enough exhibit animals. Let's give them the walkthrough exhibit animals because they honestly just are so much more appealing and you can build so much better with them. So I feel like we're kind of on track to get a lot more flying animals. And I don't know, I'm very excited for it, but let me know what you guys have to say. But again, just another 4 DLC packs for Planet Zoo. I'm honestly feeling like we aren't going to get too many scenery packs anymore. I would honestly be happy with just 1 scenery pack for the year. Just have it be really nice with a whole bunch of useful items. Maybe it's just more backstage stuff. Maybe it's more natural kind of stuff, like, a lot more faux logs, faux trees, faux rocks of all different kinds. I think that'd be so much better. But I really don't see us getting too many more scenery items. Of course, we're going to get some in the animal packs as we did with Grasslands, but honestly, I think this is a time where Planet Zoo is going to be like, okay, we got to focus a lot on these animals because this is what's going to help sell the packs later down the line. Once a game is completed, people are going to look towards the packs that have the most animals. And seeing as incredible as these people have been getting at making quality animals, I think we're going very much forward into a direction kind of like that. And of course, we are probably looking at another anniversary animal. I do think that we will get the full 4 DLCs for 2023, and I do believe that we would be getting an anniversary animal. Will it be something as complicated as a black rhino? I really don't know. Will it be something as simple as a new lemur? I don't think they're also going to go that simple. I feel like the dromedary camel may be the #1 thing that we might be able to get, and I honestly wouldn't be too upset about it. I would honestly use it more than the red deer at that rate. And it's just a relatively awesome animal that really should have been in the base game to begin with, I'm going to be completely honest. But either way, very excited to see what the future of Planet Zoo holds. So let me know what you guys have to say in the comments down below. I always do love to speculate with you guys, so if you guys have any ideas of what you might think that Planet Zoo and Frontier is going to be doing this year, do let me know. And I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Take care and have the most wonderful of wonderful days. Goodbye now.